So then guys, going into the future, could Apple be staggering out the releases for their products? And what I mean by this is, will we get yearly releases of, say, the iPhone to continue on with? And also, will we get more frequent updates to, say, like the Mac Mini and even the newest iPad Mini, which just been announced, for example? Well, today I want to talk about this further because the potential of this happening could actually become a reality, just like we've seen here from this leak. Mark Gurman has even said right here that there's a potential that Apple could stagger out their releases into the future to give more mystery and also the possibility as well for technology to advance itself before releasing a new product. Now, for me, I'm going to say I'm a bit on the fence with this. Now, when new technology comes out, a lot of us want to get our hands on it as soon as possible. And, I can understand that nature. But then at the same time too, quite a lot of the time, we get a brand new product come out from Apple and it's not really feeling like it's a big advancement on the previous product that they brought out. A good example of this is the iPhone 15 Pro Max, with all of its features that it has inside of it. And then now we have the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And really, the big benefits of the iPhone 16 Pro Max is it's got the A18 Pro, what's a couple of percentage faster than the A17 Pro. It's not like 4 times faster. We're talking like 20%, 30%. It's not a big deal. Also, we have this new capture button too, but really apart from maybe a slightly bigger screen and everything else like that, everything else just feels the same. The cameras feel the same. The way how the phone feels in my hand feels the same. USB port at the bottom, the same as last year. It does not feel like a big, huge upgrade this time around, and yet, a lot of us are still buying it, or a lot of us are skipping over this. So the big question is what is Apple to do here? Well, I recently put out a poll to you guys, and in fact, have a look at it here, and you can see that you even said yourselves that generally speaking, most of you think that when Apple to release a new product, they should do it probably every 2 to 3 years. And personally, I do agree there. I think this should be the same. And in fact, actually, funny enough, these two products that we've got on the table here kind of sit into that equation. Hear me out. So here with the iPad Mini, the last time we got an update with this was 2021, and now we're in 2024, the end of it. About 3 years later, we've got an update to it. Now, before you guys go, I'm not happy with the update, I'm not happy we didn't get ProMotion and things like this on the screen. The main thing is that it's been 3 years since we got an update. And I will say this, that a lot of you guys, before the update actually happened, were going, I really hope that Apple update the iPad Mini soon. I really need it to be updated. I don't want the current one. But Apple did do that. And the great news is quite a lot of you guys as well are actually still saying, I'm going to get a new iPad Mini, even though it doesn't have, say, ProMotion built into it, because you are really happy that the new upgrade has now finally come. I'm not saying all of you guys, I'm just saying quite a lot of you guys have said this in the comments. But the big thing what you've got to remember is, imagine with the iPad Mini that this scenario happened. Imagine, say, a year ago, we got the iPad Mini with an A16 inside of it. A lot of us would probably be complaining, going, is that it? We've just got an A16 inside of it, and that's it. And let's say we skip forward to this year now with the A17 Pro, and the A17 Pro gets put in it. A lot of you guys would be going, there's no point, I'm sticking my A16, I'm not going to get an A17 Pro. And you get the idea here. Apple have waited long enough to update this product, and they actually have done a good job here in that respect. And it's the same here, what I'm going to say with the Mac Mini as well. So the Mac Mini, it's been almost 2 years since this has been updated. It got updated, the beginning of 2023. I think it was January 2023. And here we are at the end of 2024, almost 2 years later, and it's getting an update. And a lot of you guys, you're excited for this upgrade. We're actually jumping from M2 to M4. There's been no M3 in the middle there. And a lot of you guys, like me, are quite excited to see what this is going to be about. Imagine if we'd had an M3, Mac Mini and an M3 Pro Mac Mini, and now the M4 Pro and the M4 coming out. I guess a lot of you guys wouldn't be as excited because of the M3 and the M3 Pro. And this is why I'm using these two products as a great example here. It shows us that this is the right way to do things with Apple for a lot of their products. And it looks like going forward, as you can see from this report here, this is what's going to be happening going forward with a lot more of Apple's products, that they're going to be staggered releases. But one thing I'm going to say that will never be staggered on this channel, and that is the giveaways we are doing. I always do a new giveaway every sort of 3 to 4 months on this channel, and I'm keeping up with it. Unless you guys want me to slow down the actual giveaways and make them say once every 3 years, but I'm sure you don't want to do that. But the giveaway we're doing on this channel is for this iPhone 16 Pro Max, what I'm giving away to one lucky subscriber on this channel near the end of December time. And all you have to do to enter into this giveaway at this stage is just put down into the comments below of what technology gear, whether this be Apple related or not, what you're planning to get in 2024 or even into 2025. Put it down into the comments below. This could maybe be the new M4 Mac Mini or an iPad Mini, for example. Maybe you're waiting for the new M4 MacBook Pros. Maybe you're waiting for a PS5 Pro or the new Switch 2 to possibly come out early 2025. Put it down into the comments below right now. And the other thing that I want to say is near the end of December time, before Christmas, I'm going to be announcing who the winner is of this iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I'll be making a video just before that, giving you more details about the giveaway, including a little form to fill in too around that time. So make sure if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell. And also do this because, like I said, I'm giving it away to a subscriber. And like I just said, guys, this iPhone 16 Pro Max is the Desert Titanium model that we have right here, 256 gigabytes of storage, and it's an international giveaway. Now, the last thing I just want to quickly say about this giveaway is sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there, people still impersonating me too, sending you to WhatsApp, to Telegram, even direct message by Instagram. Please do ignore these people, or better still, you can see right here, please do report them. So moving on then, why does Apple release other products, say, yearly? Let's say, for example, why do they release the iPhones every year, for example? Well, I think there's two reasons behind this. The main biggest reason, in my opinion, is because the iPhone, for example, is the best-selling device that Apple sells right now. You know, it's the top device. And also with that as well, every other competitor out there generally brings out a brand new flagship every single year. If Apple was now to release one every 3 years or 2 years, they're going to be behind the games. Other competitors out there are just going to go whoosh ahead of front of Apple. So, you know, really I'd say with like an iPhone, there's no chance here from a business point of view that they're going to do this. So sadly, it does mean that there probably won't be staggered releases for the iPhone 16 models or into the 17 or into the 18. It's going to be every single year. And you know, even Mark Gurman has confirmed this, as you can see right here. But the less popular kind of Apple products, like the iPhone SE, I know some of you guys will have it in the comments there, but obviously it's not the most popular iPhone out there. And because of this, this gets released, you know, far slower. It's like every 2 to 3 years instead. This is how Apple does this. And it looks like obviously this is still going to be a staggered release in how they're going to do this. The same I'm going to say with MacBooks. They sit into a very similar equation of, say, the sort of iPhones that we have. At the end of the day, they're the most popular Macs out there, the MacBooks. So Apple feels obligated. They have to update them every year, especially the likes of, say, Intel and AMD. They're bringing out brand new chipsets as well every year or every 2 years, 18 months. And Apple feel like they have to do the same now. They're in that game. And that is why they're also bringing it out so often. The only way, you know, Apple are going to slow down bringing out a new iPhone every year or a new MacBook every year is all other competitors and everybody would just have to agree out there to slow it down. That is the only way we're going to get around this now, this problem, in my opinion. You know, I think the other way we've got to look at this too is that as much as a new product or a new iPhone comes out every single year, I think most of us here, like, you know, quite a lot of you have said in the comments, you only upgrade every sort of 2 to 3 or 4 years even. And I think that's one of the great things about it. You know, if somebody right now was on an iPhone 12 and you upgraded to, say, an iPhone 16, or let's say you're on a 12 Pro Max, you upgraded to a 16 Pro Max, think of how many benefits you are getting in those 4 years. You know, I can name quite a lot. The new kind of sensors and cameras, better zoom capability. I think that only had a 2.5 zoom, the 12 Pro Max. You got the new 5 times zoom, double the amount. You know, you got dynamic island, you got ProMotion display, you got USB-C charging, you got a larger phone, you got the capture button. There are so many different things that I could actually go on about between the iPhone 12 Pro Max, the iPhone 16 Pro Max to make it more of a worthy upgrade out there. And quite a lot of you guys are on contracts every 2 to 3 years anyway, so it does actually make sense that obviously you upgrade and jump a couple of generations every so often with that. And I personally think this is what Apple believes that you guys will do anyway. So many, tech reviewers out there compare the latest iPhone to the last generation iPhone. And in fact, if you actually see a couple of my recent videos, you would have actually seen that I actually compared them to the iPhone 13 Pro Max and say the 14 Pro Max, because this is more logical. This is more likely the kind of upgrade path. And that's why I made those videos and didn't do more of a straight, comparison to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, because there's going to be little in it. There's no point really comparing that. And that is why I did that. But there we have it then, guys, though. That are my thoughts on staggered releases and what's going to happen into the future. What do you think? Do you think it's exciting or not that Apple are going to stagger out releases? And what are your thoughts on this too? Let me know in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up this video. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. Also, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews, and comparisons too, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.